Good Friday morning, everybody, on this December 23rd, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Yes. Good morning to you. Oh, wow. The frozen tundra is here. It has arrived. It arrived overnight. And if you look out the window this morning, you'll see that everything pretty much verified. The snow, a couple of inches, a little bit more in some places. The cold, certainly verified. It's very cold. I thought my watch was broken this morning. When I first got up, I thought, okay, let me see what the temperature is. And on my watch, it's a smart watch. It's got not only the temperature, but the wind chill factor. And it's reading -2 with a wind chill of -14. I thought, no, that can't be right. Yeah, it is right. Ugh. I'm doing this a little bit early this morning on the Sam channel, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Of course, on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. 4:17 is the current time that I'm doing this, almost an hour earlier because I want to be able to get out. I've got the truck warming up right now, and I'm going to try to do some video as I normally do on mornings like this to give you an idea just how the roads are. So I'll be moving out here in a little bit and heading to the radio station to start the morning show at 6, but I want to allow myself plenty of time. So be watching for a video going down Scottsville Road and some other streets just to show you what conditions are like this morning. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, winter weather or the winter storm warning is going to expire later this morning because the snow is practically over except for some flurries. And then the wind chill warning, that's going to continue this morning, but then it's going to go to a wind chill advisory. So I've worded it wind chill alerts to continue through the day, along with hazardous driving conditions because it is icy. And then there's that snowpack on top of the ice. And well, that's what it is this morning. All right, so we want to take a look first of all at the radar. And as you can see, most of the snow is gone. Like I said, there's some leftover flurries. Expect that, especially this morning into maybe midday. And then by afternoon, I do think we'll begin to see maybe some sun breaking through the cloud cover, although that's not going to be a guarantee. It's one of those days where the winds are going to continue to blow. I'm hearing the chimes outside of my window here blowing pretty good, making a beautiful sound, but that tells me that that wind is awful. And I'm going to show you some of the current wind speeds from the Kentucky Mesonet here in just a minute. But as far as the main course of snow and precipitation, that is pretty much over except for some leftover flurries, which will be with us kind of off and on through the day. Let me show you what to expect over the coming days with the view of the models, the blend of models put in the blender. There is a big warm up coming, just not right now. How about 9 for a high temperature today? 9. I'm going to say around 10, maybe. Tonight, how about 4? Hey, that's warmer than it is right now, although you won't be able to tell the difference that much. 21 tomorrow for your Christmas Eve day with a little more sunshine. And then Sunday looks sunny, a little bit warmer, maybe mid-20s, 20, maybe 24, 25. And then we really start to warm up as we get into the beginning of next week. We go 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s as we get into New Year's weekend. But with that may come some rain this time, and not snow, and not bitterly cold. That's just to give you a preview of what's coming down the road. So we go from one extreme to the other in a matter of days. So this cold that we're in, this frozen tundra, is temporary. Very, very temporary. Okay. All right, let's go to the mesonet. You're going to see some astounding numbers this morning. These are real time weather stations all across the state of Kentucky, thanks to the Kentucky Mesonet Network at Western Kentucky University. So these are air temperatures. You can see we're reading 3 below zero at both stations in Warren County. There's a -1, a -4, -5. That's in LaRue County. A -5 up there. That's Hardin County, E-Town. There's a -6. And that is, I can't get the hand right there, Breckenridge County. 6, 6, 6, 6. Lots of sixes below zero. Yeah, that's over in Muhlenberg County. Or no, Hopkins County, Madisonville. 6 below zero. All right, let's put in the wind, shall we? The winds currently gusting from the northwest, and this is why you're hearing things blowing around outside, anywhere from 15 to 20, maybe close to 30 miles per hour from the north and west. So you take the -4 to -6 air temperature thermometer reading, factor in these winds coming out of the northwest, 15 to 25, close to 30 miles per hour, and this is what it feels like. We currently have a wind chill factor of 25 below zero in Bowling Green as of 4:23 in the morning. It's rare that you see that. Look, it's almost 30 below zero, the wind chill up there in Hardin County near E-Town. Yeah. 23, 26, 25, 27, 23, 20, 20, 23. Anywhere you look, at least 20 below zero. Wind chill temperature. You could stand outside exposed to this cold and wind for about 10 minutes or less, and hypothermia kicks in. And that's deadly. It's a problem. So you don't want to be out at all. As I said, been saying for days, if you don't have to get out today, just don't. This is brutally cold, dangerously cold. Unless you just have to be out, don't get out. But if you got to get out, protect yourself from this. And the problem is this wind is going to stay with us all day long. So the wind chill alerts will continue along with the hazardous driving conditions. It's rough. It is rough. I don't look forward to go. I mean, I've got plenty to, keep me warm and bundle up and all that. But gosh, I'm not looking forward to even the 30 seconds or 15 to 30 seconds that it takes me to go from my front door to the truck. And the truck is warming right now, but still, it's going to be rough. It's that bad out there. Okay. And God bless you, farmers, um, construction crews, power people. Oh, and by the way, there have been some power outages, sporadic, because of this. So, gosh, our power people have been out. I've noticed several places that have been without power, without heat. Whew, not a good day. Okay, let me look at the temperatures here, predicted temperatures, and we'll go there next. I know you want to get to how much snow and all that. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, since we're dealing with temperatures, let's keep with that. Um, So we're starting out here about -4 or so this morning. Go through the day. Let's see if we can find some warmer temperatures. Oh, we're going to get above zero. Yeah, a little bit. About 7, 8, 9. That's it. That's going to be our high today. Single digits. Maybe around 10 possible, but that's it. Then tonight we fall off slightly. Okay. There's not going to be a whole lot of change. We're going to get close to zero, maybe 3 or 4 for an overnight low, but tonight will not be below zero. It could be in a couple of places, but not everybody. And then tomorrow, whew, a heat wave. Look at this. For Christmas Eve day tomorrow, 17. We get into the teens for a high temperature with sunshine. And you may be thinking, well, won't the sun heat us up a little, very little? The winds are still going to be west, northwesterly, still going to be not as breezy as today, but snowpack and a little bit of ice. That's going to keep us still very cold tomorrow and even Christmas Day. Here we go on Christmas Day to 19 or 20, maybe 20. We could hit 20 on Christmas Day, Sunday. Still very cold. But then a warm front will begin to move in by Monday. And with that will come some warmer air. And then we start, as you saw on the chart, the blend of models, we start climbing into the 30s, then the 40s, then the 50s, and eventually the 60s by New Year's weekend. What about the wind chills? I don't know if I even want to show you that, but I guess I will. Just so you can see and remember this day. Historically, this has happened before, but it's rare. Remember this for history's sake, I guess. Just how cold it was. You can tell your future kids and grandkids. I remember back December 23rd. It was right before Christmas, 2022. Yes, you can tell them that story years from now. Okay. And we had a couple of inches of snow on the ground. Of course, you can embellish and make it like it was a foot of snow on the ground. As we like to tell stories of old, one day you can. Look at this. So this is verified. And here's the thing: everything verified perfectly. This is going to be one of those rare situations where we saw it coming, 100% sure that this was not going to miss us, and pretty much everything verified step by step, from snow to cold to wind to the timing, everything verified. I'm not saying that I was right. Everybody was right. That has anything to do with weather. It's almost like a hurricane. You can see it coming days away, and it's like, you know what's going to happen. This was one of those rare times when you know exactly what's going to happen, and it happened. Here's the wind chills this morning, as you saw verified a few minutes ago. 23 below zero, 25 below zero, near 30 below zero wind chills north of us this morning. We go through the day, the wind chills are still going to be below zero. It's just not, it's still going to be 9 to 10 degrees below zero with a high of 10 or near 10. Overnight tonight, the winds will relax. So we're not going to see as much or feel as much of a below zero wind chill, but it's still going to, as you see there, we start to warm up after that as we get into Saturday and Sunday. And that means not as much, and the winds have died down, much of a wind chill. So, but the wind chills today, dangerous and brutal all day today, not just this morning. All right, what else have I got for you? Oh, let me show you projected snowfall, and this is a preliminary analysis. We've heard of reports of 2 to 3 inches of snow in a couple of places. This is showing, and I've tried to get in as close as I can on this. This is a national grid that shows just from radar returns and projected, uh, very preliminary totals here. You see the light blue indicates about an inch of snow, and then you see just slightly darker blue right over Bowling Green and much of southern Kentucky. That's 2 inches. Then you see the next step, darker blue, that's 3 inches. And then closer to 4, once you get up toward in between I-71 between Louisville and Cincinnati. That's where the most snow fell over the last several hours. So this will be updated today, but from the National Weather Service chat room reports that I've gotten this morning, generally 1 to 2 inches, which also verifies, with a couple of places back into western Kentucky that saw closer to 3, even though it's not plotted on here. Even down toward Memphis, look at that, 2 to 3 inches of snow um, down that way. That's rather odd. And look at northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, about an inch of snow in some cases. Huntsville, over to Tuscaloosa, Muscle Shoals, they got a dusting to an inch. It's crazy. That far south. And they're getting the cold as well, which they're not typically used to, but they've got it nonetheless. Okay, let's move to the last one here, which is, of course, the maps. And I'll show you what's to come. So the maps here are going to show us pretty quiet weather. Here's now east of us, and there are the winds. Look at that tight gradient pressures from high pressure to low pressure. Here's the pressure reading in millibars, 1042 around that high, but then 992, 994 low pressure. So the pressure difference between high and low pressure creates all this wind, and that's why it's so windy, and that's why it's going to be so dangerously cold today behind that front. And so today, leftover flurries, this is not like additional snow accumulation. It's just going to be flurries today, whipping by with those gusty winds and the wind chills below zero. Here we go into the afternoon, into this evening. The leftover flurries start to calm down a bit. We still have another little piece of energy, a little short wave that's going to traipse through parts of the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. So this is tonight. Oh, this is early Saturday morning. There still could be a few leftover flurries east of us. Yeah, they've got it painted in here, just a general leftover passing flurry, not a big deal. Okay. So here we go. This is now Christmas Eve night, tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, sunshine, Christmas Day, and then Monday. Look at this. Now, Monday, we're going to have the beginning of the warm air, but as that warm air begins to lift right into our area, there may be enough lift and enough leftover moisture to squeeze out of the atmosphere some snow flurries or a brief snow shower on Monday. But right now, it doesn't appear that's going to be much of a problem. We'll be in the low 30s, right around freezing, and this will be gone by Tuesday. And that's when we're finally going to get above freezing, not until Tuesday. So everything's still going to be below freezing. Snow will still be on the ground Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and even the Monday, day after Christmas, with a little burst of additional snow flurries or snow showers. Here we go into Wednesday. The big warm up starts to happen, as you can see in the middle part of the country. Everybody's snow starts to melt as we get a more southwest flow, warmer flow around the ridge of high pressure. And that's when we start going into the 40s and 50s and eventually into the 60s. It's going to happen. I know. Just like you couldn't imagine we go from 52 was our high yesterday at noon. And we went, and now we're at -2 at 4:30 in one day. Pretty much in one day, that happened. Same thing's going to happen, except the opposite is going to happen next week when we go from the frozen tundra back to near 60-degree weather. And we're going to be, yeah, just get ready for it. I'm trying to get you ready for all this stuff that's going to happen. Okay. Again, I'm going to use caution here. I'm going to head in here in a few minutes, head to the radio station, be on the air at 6 a.m. It's 4:37 right now. Here in a few minutes, I'm going to break out my camera phone and mount it. I've got a mount in the truck, and I'm going to drive and probably go on Facebook Live and give you a roadway update, how it looks out there. But friends and neighbors, if you can, if you don't have to go out, don't. Hopefully you're snuggled in and ready to just sit back, and you don't have to go to work. You don't have to do anything. But those of you that do, extra caution, okay? And bundle up. Layers. That's the key. All right. God bless you. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you with more updates on the radio. Sam 100.7.